And there's one of the launches cruising. We're going around the Thann Alsace lake on the north side. Find a spot for lunch. Hello there.
Hello there. It's very steep.
Straight, actually we're hanging over an overhang. Looking up at 45 degrees, some sheep with their bells. Just stopped for lunch.
Houses built out on the lake. The boats underneath. More, and the lake, they're all over the water, or into the water. This is going around Thann Alsace still to work towards Thann. It must be nearly there by now. A lot of yachts. Modern looking lot of places. Oh, and a very terraced vineyard up there. Yeah. It's supposed to be a bit milder the temperature here. Modern units. All the houses, it's typical as we're driving along. Some more typical houses up behind. All like sort of old town.
Best lunch of it.
Pardon?
It's the nicest bit of
Yeah.
town. This is Thann, the biggest town, one of the biggest towns.
Designated touring cycle route, but there's kids on bikes, I think.
Sun coming up now.
I can cope with that. Everybody has things growing in window boxes. Some places there's so many window boxes and so many flowers, there's not much wall left. They're gorgeous. It's a bridge, we just had to do a bit of a bypass to... Oh, is it? It's lovely though. Very young bridge. Nice covered bridge. Over the little river. Burn this way. Signposts. Just come past lots of lovely houses. Very well lit, magnificent barns. Lots of reds and pinks. There's a... who knows what that is, but it's very pretty. Veranda, more typical sort of houses. More window boxes. More window boxes. Yeah. Well, the other shutters, one of them is hinged and the other one was just plain, so they did close over 3 windows, not just 2, so they weren't just a show. Some houses.
3 bears. 3 bears.
Goldilocks and 3 bears, I don't know. Probably Switzerland.
Oh, there were women like
Oh, that looks like,
black shirt,
yeah,
traditionally dressed.
women. Maybe their entertainment mob. Oh, this looks like a fairly old sort of place on the right. Train picking up speed at Roaring Park. Quite a lot of rain last night. Oh, no, they probably wouldn't. I'd say they'd be able to salvage. No, it wouldn't stand up again.
Right.
There's heavy rocking going on. Village. These houses with a sort of front on curvy roofs, like the one behind there. Just had to get the camera out again for another beautiful farmhouse. Just past a really big old barn. There's a machinery shed behind the big pine tree. Huge leaves. Apparently we just passed a fertiliser tank too. And then over on the left side is a whole farmhouse complex as well. All the cows are kept indoors in the underneath the houses. All the window boxes. It's just so pretty. Eyes of it. All beautiful stuff. Or something or other. I don't know what. We'll look that up in the dictionary when we get home. It's a nice little town. It's a bit hard to tell what the towns are called because we can't speak German, so we don't know the difference between Zentrum, Kreuzplatz and the town name. Just missed umbrellas over the window boxes. Beans or something over there. Oh, beautiful town centre-y thing coming up. Quite taken with all this.
Just caught out the side of my window eye. There's some deer. We've seen deer warning signs. Never seen a deer jump out.
Coming into Bern.
nice clean.
the Swiss capital, and it's very, very clean.
No litter.
Oh, I wonder what the rules are about overtaking trams. And they've got trams. And just back there, a little man came rushing out into the middle of the road in his orange gear and made everybody stop, and then the tram went across.
Cleaner than Canberra. Lots of bicycles.
Oh, well, that's not a huge recommendation, but we're right.
Let's stop for coffee. Remember the phone.
There's a nice farm.
Get another house farm. Whoa, get bumpy. There we go. Done. There's a roof next door to us. There've been a lot of roofs next door to us like that, or at least out in the suburbs. Still any traffic jam going around, at least trying to go around Basel. We've been stuck in this for about half an hour now. Looks like a roof before it actually gets the grasses growing on it. Not a lot of motorbikes on this, but in fact that's the first one we've seen for what, 80k something. First one in Switzerland. Oh no, there's been more in Switzerland. Yeah. No scooters.
Just looking for the Office de Tourism. It's gone again. That might have to do for Office de Tourism. Couldn't find it. The usual Place de République. This is the start of the route they create. They put a trail up through the mountains we're going to follow in the First World War to hide the French troop movements from the Germans in the hills on a windy roads built specially for it. Many of these are undated. They're just the soldier of France. This is our First World War cemetery. This is a forest they moved the troops up through. We've driven up over 750 metres to just about the top of the pass. All the First World War troop movements would be in these forests here, going up to the north. The Vosges. Looks like one of the early, oh, it's probably a Roman or something, emplacement. Now we'll continue on down the other side. It's about midday now. Memorial to 30,000 soldiers lost in the battles up through here. We're actually over 900 odd metres up now. The last spot was 850 rather than 750. There are cowbells in the distance. Continuing north along the range of hills where the soldiers went. We're just stopping for lunch. Lots of forestry and logging going on, and walking trails. We could do lots of nice glen type walks up here with Ace. Oh, this is something about ballons, the grand ballons. That's the balloon up there. We're 1200 metres at the moment after lunch, and the view got better momentarily. You can actually see a little village. We'll check it out on the map. We didn't mean to subject Helga to any more hill climbs, but we're up at 1340 metres now at a chalet, the Grand Ballon, and they have ski toes and whatever, and it climbs to the top. We'll just stay in the car maybe. A slippery dip here.
It's not a
A
slippery
piste
dip.
luge. You know, I saw a picture with a handbrake and you fly down the slope. Well, if an old Bentley can get up here, so can we, or vice versa. Here's the slippery dip. Can't think of the name right now. Like at Corran Forest. We're going to go down here into the valley of the Nis. Everybody else is up here too. There goes the Bentley. Well, back into the sunshine, down to 1,000 metres now after doing 50 or 60k at 1,200 metres. There's our first little arch. We'll probably go down here somewhere and then head northwest to Nancy. Just thought we'd catch the bus into Nancy, come back on the tram. It's all under construction, reconstruction. The beautiful Thann Alsace Square, which we were going to struggle down to last night and see. Looks like they're putting another eagle on top. All gold and lovely here and there if the sun was shining. The centre of Nancy for short. Looks like they have a pigeon problem. That one looks like it's the first one to be cleaned and replaced. There's a nice gate in there somewhere. I have to look up and see what he did. They've got their own Arc de Triomphe here. There's golden eagles and angels. And would you believe I'm surrounded by gum trees, eucalyptus, and they have the usual discotheque. There you go, gum leaves and gold. Must be the gates to a castle or palace. Is there a palace or a park?
Town hall.
Yeah, what's behind the fountain?
Oh, this is just the gate to the, this is just part of the square. There's a lot of places.
Not sure who the Queen is. Little petite train. Just spoke to a Serbian, never heard of Australia. Tried to explain to him we had gum trees here. I wonder why they chose gum trees. We'll just walk down these past these gum trees to the Arc de Triomphe. I don't know why they chose gum trees. Several species. Smell firewood burning in the restaurant. We are taking the trees out of the orangery, obviously. They're all getting either dirty on the bottom from sprinklers or suffering a little bit. Well, we've stopped for lunch and just discovered our first World War I trenches, and it turns out to be a major battlefield that was here in 1914, and there's one of the trenches through here. There's mounds and trenches and heaps of ground like it's been mined and exploded and bombed for actually 4 years. And the poppies are coming out again. Now this is the typical field that now houses many unexploded bombs that poor old farmers have to deal with. This is a ridge looking out over some hill. There was a major battle here when the Germans made a push through over here and took this little town, and it was in September 1914 and they held it until September 1918, 4 years. There was a bulge in the front, and then it was relieved by the Americans. 210,000 Americans relieved the town and the fort. Many people died in the cold in the first Christmas, and then the following May they were suffering thirst and they finally surrendered for lack of water. Not only a lack of water, but reinforcements failed to come. There's a good map of the area with a description of the battle here. And as usual, some of the major places that they talk about in the description are missing from the map. You can see the bulge that the Germans pushed through. There's the car park in amongst the disturbed ground. It was blown up and dug over with all sorts of bombs for 4 years. Every time they made a shelter, it was blown up. So 90 years ago, they were the German trenches that the French invaded and took over and then lost. And they were manned by the Germans for the next 4 years.
Well, yeah. Just coming into a town called Pierre, I think. Over the hill towards Verdun. All nice rolling hills. Obviously really good agricultural. It's a town with quite a lot of new buildings. Painting of the
Like a mop.
past two, so the supermarkets might be open again. Just past the post office and the pharmacy. Something or other else, but they're all still closed, so maybe it's 12 till 3 closing in this little town. This would have been right in the middle of all the fighting occupied by the Germans.